As mentioned, I represent Taaleri Private Equity Funds. We're a Finland-based investment house, a financier. We're listed on Nasdaq stock exchange on the OMX main list. And we manage around $7 billion worth of investments. My responsibility is the investments on the African continent. And like Shiv said, we've been investing in this region since 2014. The returns have been very good. The market's been good for us, so hence we are here today. So as said, happy to be here today signing the first investment for our second fund. It's a full funding program. We are just started. Our second fund is around twice the size of our fund number one. So many more investments to come from the second fund. We target Kenya as our main market by far. We are also very active in Rwanda and some small investments in Mozambique as well. But I think, as was mentioned quite a few times already, what's the best thing about this job is not the transaction and is not the real estate itself. It's the fact that as a construction financier, we're able to create thousands of jobs here in Kenya for Kenyans, as construction is a very labor-intensive sector. So that makes me feel good in the mornings. That's the best part of my job, if I may say. We're also very pleased about the fact that now together in this partnership we are able to build environments that up the old traditional quality benchmark that the market has had. We financed Amaara Ridge, for example, which is now completed. We're exited in that. The homeowners are taken possession, and I think that's the testament of the sort of quality that people want. People don't want to buy walls, floor, and a roof anymore. It's about the quality. It's about a lifestyle. So the market's getting more mature. Similarly, for the financing aspect, whereas before quite a few developers were financing by the way of injecting the land as equity and then pre-selling and construction as you go, those days are gone, I dare to say, and they'll never come back. So the market has matured beyond that point. It requires more, both from the developer as well as from the financier. The Kenyan consumer is more demanding, and that is causing the market to improve. And also, of course, to this market as a financier and as an investor, the returns on this market are actually great. Locally we tend to forget these great returns at times, as there's so much noise, gossip, drama on this market that it makes you lose the plot every now and then. You should have your eye on the ball. In real estate and investment especially, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what happens in the short term, because real estate is a long-term asset. You should have your eye on the ball, and the ball is quite a few years away, especially when you're developing. So I would recommend everyone to take the drama as an entertainment, but when you're an investor, you have to look a bit further. So what do we look for as foreign financiers, and why are we here in Kenya? What we look for is three main things. The first one is, of course, one needs a healthy, diversified local economy with long-term sustainable growth, and that we have here in Kenya for sure. Secondly, you need a real estate market where the pricing has way to go. Here, a good example is the fact that Maputo, which is by all means not the similar sort of African capital as Nairobi is, Maputo has a square meter price of a residential, top-end residential, that is 3 to 4 times that of Nairobi. That is not right. So we believe in the pricing power of Nairobi residential sector in the long run. Of course, affordability needs to catch up, as it does. And lastly, you need a partner that understands quality, delivery, and transparency. And this is something that we've had and been very pleased with Cytonn since 2014. And that's the reason why we are here today with the first investments from our larger investment program on Fund 2. Thank you very much.